According to official data from the International Center for Missing and Exploited Children, 8 million children go missing on our planet each year. According to some estimates, this figure is underestimated. And it is not about 8 million children who actually go missing each year, but at least 12 million children. Summarizing all this, from the testimonies of witnesses given to the International Common Law Court of Justice in Brussels, regular sacrifices within the cult, satanic cult of the Ninth Circle, took place in catacombs under the Catholic Cathedral of Vatican, on private estates and forest properties, at state military bases in Belgium, Netherlands, Spain, Australia, Ireland, France, UK and USA. The following persons were named as protagonists of the Ninth Circle cult: the current Pope Francis, former Pope Ratzinger, Anglican United Church of Canada, Catholic Church, Church Cardinals, members of the European Royal Courts, including Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip, officials from Canada, Australia, the United Kingdom and the United States, members of the government, including the CIA, senior government officials, ministers, judges, politicians and businessmen from the United States, Belgium, the Netherlands, Canada, Australia, France, Ireland and the United Kingdom. And the saddest thing is that our entire history is full of information about such sacrifices. Even if we take that very elite of Carthage, who simply gave their children to be destroyed, just like the worship of the statue of Moloch, when children were burned alive by throwing them just in the hands of a copper statue. And in addition to sacrifices, history also contains cases of cannibalism. Unfortunately, everything that happens actually concerns the life of absolutely every person, because such topics and topics of violence just penetrate deeper and deeper in our lives. And this is promoted primarily by the media and the film industry. And unfortunately, people don't see and don't know about the results, how this...
They don't want to see. People know. And have heard a lot. But they don't want to. Nobody wants to believe in it. Nobody wants to get involved in it. Like, it doesn't concern me. Don't people see what they are shown on TV? Don't people see what is shown to their children? What kind of cartoons are shown? Where there are domination, violence, Satanism and everything else. Don't people see what kind of music their children listen to and what kind of music they listen to? Of whom? The music of devil fans. And all this Satanism happens only because people support this. It is true. Well, let's say, I understand that in this case people can have a question, what to do with this? Right? Such a case of indignation. So if change the elite, it won't work. You can vote for others if you don't want to vote for those who have been concerned and whose names have been mentioned, but it will get you nowhere. In order to change something, you need to completely change the entire system. No matter how much you change certain persons, it won't work. It's all happening and will keep happening as long as people will give power to someone else. Even if you take the holiest person and place him above you, giving him power over yourself, well, by shifting the responsibility from yourself onto someone else, even if he's a wonderful person, then representatives of the Ninth Circle will come for him. It is inevitable, it is power, the struggle for power. But the Ninth Circle also includes representatives of pop culture, show business and everything else.
Yes.
Youth leaders.
Mel Gibson says that Hollywood elites kill innocent children and drink their blood. In a shocking expose, movie star Mel Gibson tells about the epidemic of parasites who control Hollywood, that are involved in child sacrifice and pedophilia. Gibson also said that every studio in Hollywood is bought and paid for with the blood of innocent children, adding that the most valuable currency is the blood of babies. I don't fully understand it myself, but they harvest these kids for their energy and feast on their blood. They don't do it mercifully either. They scare them before they sacrifice them. They aren't doing this as some form of artistic expression. They are harvesting the blood of children and eating their flesh because they think it gives them some sort of life force.
Igor Mikhailovich, there is the following question from our participants. Why do they really do all this? They seem to be people who are in their right mind, people who are at the pinnacle of their power. Why do they need all this?
Well, that's why they are at the pinnacle of power and the peak of popularity. But Satan is a deceiver. He gives them illusion, the illusion of power, the illusion of enjoying life, the illusion that they are worth something. Everything passes, and this passes very quickly. But what price will they pay for this? Well, another paradox is that all these adherents of Satan, they serve Satan 24 hours a day, and they work on this really hard. If people worked so, let's say, hard on the spiritual path, you can't imagine how many saints there would be. But unfortunately, they work hard only in service to Satan.
Very often, it's said that such acts of violence give them some strength, and that...
Well, it's really so. This gives them power over people. Their word becomes the one that is heard. This is a natural process because this world and human consciousness, as part of this world, they belong to the one who they worship. But human personality does not belong to Satan. And a human, in fact, is much stronger and superior to all this. But the trouble is that we've talked about serious things today, yes? But literally in a short time, people will lose it all. Consciousness will start saying, yes, this cannot be, they're good. They've read rumors, they've seen too much, and the like. No, all this is not so. Everything is fine. Why? Because a person will start hiding in fear, and consciousness will play along with him. And again, their power, which makes them almost omnipotent gods here, the same power makes people change their own opinion about them. Well, here's the result of what they do for it. So that you see in them the ones they want, but not the ones they are. For this they sold their souls, so that you imitate them, so that you aspire to approach them and obey them. Everything is simple. Everything is very simple.